If you're like me and need a clean workspace to get your work done, then you're going to want to watch to the end of this video because I'm going to show you how it went from this to this.
Yeah, get into it!
And if you want to see more DIY projects and or music, make sure to subscribe and follow my other YouTube and Instagram pages. But now let's get back into the design process for my new workspace. So before modeling or printing any pieces to fit into my workspace, I asked myself, is there anything I can change about my workspace to make the wires fit together easier? So what I did was I just took apart my entire workspace and refitted it. Notably, I moved my monitors to face against the wall. Originally, I had it away from the wall because I don't like my back facing the door. But for the sake of the cables running to the outlet easier and being able to fit better, I decided it was a worthy sacrifice. If you notice, all the Ben 10 Omnitrixes that were on my desks, oh, where did they go? Well, I fitted them all to the wall using these 3D printed wall hooks that I modeled. Really proud of this, they look so good. Alright, now to walk you through the changes here. As you can see, this part is really cleared up now. All I have is this lamp, the mug heater, and this colorful Marvel style light connected to these 3 outlets here. Now there are bunch of hanging wires from this, so what I'm planning to do is to consolidate them into one holder and have it attached under here, and I'm planning to have this lamp cable run through and over to the top here so that I can move the light along this side as I need. Alright, so this is where the main issue is. I'm going to be having multiple cables run through behind this part of the desk into that outlet right there. So first we have the power cable for the second monitor. I'm planning to mount this underneath the desk and have it connect down there. Then for the power bank for the Mac, what I'm planning to do is mount it underneath here. So
Nah, it ain't gonna work.
So it's accessible if I need it. And then certain cables that I'm going to be having for the MIDI controller, my microphone controller, all going to be hooked up to behind the Mac, which is going to cause some traffic. So I'm probably going to be printing some holders to keep them connected, have them follow through behind and down into the monitor. So yeah, that's the plan. Guess I better start modeling, downloading if I can find it. Yeah. So before going into anything complicated, I wanted to focus on something simple first. That is my headphones. I don't have a dedicated spot for them, and they always end up behind something or just laying around randomly, and I want a spot to hang them. So I downloaded a pre-made headphone hanger rig off of Bamboo Studios Maker Lab and installed it to my left. This has an adjustable grip so that I can remove the hanger and move it somewhere else if needed. Pretty nice. Moving on to the cables for my lighting and mug heater, I decided to also download some cable clamps that I'll be installing underneath these raised surfaces. The prints include drill holes, but I don't want to drill into the table, so I'll be using double-sided tape to stick them in. After installing the clips and routing the cables through, I noticed that there would be cables hanging out and being visible due to the slack from the lamp if I moved it around. So my solution is to make a magnetic clamp that can attach to the metal railings here to hold the slack up and out of sight.
That's a great idea. I'm with that.
First, I measured out the dimensions, then started planning out the design. So the idea here is to use this U shape with magnets on the side to attach to the metal railings to hold up the slack. So after doing some measurements, I came to these dimensions. This depth here is arbitrary. I'll just do it to however I feel like. And this will be the magnet. Oh crap, I forgot to measure that. Let's just do it right now, I guess. So that's gonna go 1.2, 0.5. All right, so this will be a whole 0.5 centimeters deep, so I'll account for that here. Let's make that 0.9 centimeters, and then, well, the radius will be, or the diameter is 1.2 centimeters, but we'll make it 1.3 centimeters just to give some tolerance. But yeah, let's put this into Blender. Okay, let's open up Blender. I'm gonna do this really fast, just slow down if you need. Okay, let's add the mesh. Okay, let's add the magnets in, make sure the right side is good. Duplicate that. Okay, let's go and add 2 vertexes, 0.9 centimeters away, get the knife cut in. Okay, extrude the face down, arbitrary depth, we don't care. Get rid of the wall, good. Okay, let's move the magnets into the right spot. Okay, make sure the right gets the surface. Okay, good. Let's add the booleans to get the cutouts. Okay, good. Sharp corners, I don't like that. I'm gonna put in a bevel. Now that it's all done, I'll send this to the printer.
Sway.
And I also printed a backpack hanger. Now let's deal with all this. Oh my god, I'm so cooked. Now that we're done with those wires, I wanted to focus on these 2 power banks. So, originally, I modeled a holder for just the Mac power bank, and it would look like this. It would be taped underneath the raised surface here.
That don't work.
Underneath my Mac. But then, I thought I could just combine these 2 together. And so that's what I did. I modeled a new holder, and it'll look like this. So it's a much bigger print. I added more surface area to the parts that'll need double-sided tape since we are holding up more. And I also added magnets to give any extra support that we can using the metal railings. And what we're gonna do is put this underneath the desk. And what it'll look like is like that. Let's do it. Alright y'all, so I'm editing this video right now, and I noticed that it's really dark, like behind my monitor, and you know, I do have some lighting options in front. I have the lamp on my left that I was doing the cable management for, so when I use that, you know, it gets really harsh and bright, and you know, I could like turn it away, but then I'll still have like an insanely bright light to my left, which is, it can be a little bit bothersome. So let me turn that off real quick. So what I decided to do was actually use my ring light that I also use for lighting for when I shoot my videos, and just stick that behind the monitor to test it out. And well, I'll just show you real quick. Look at that. I think that's a pretty nice backlight. Like, I can adjust it however I want. It has different colored lighting options. So we have this yellow light, this white light that's reflecting off the blue wall, and a mix between the two. I like the yellow. I am really liking this, so I decided, I'm gonna use this as probably my main source for my backlighting instead of just buying a dedicated one, since I'm not filming videos all the time, so I'm not worried about that. So if you'll see on the right here, let me zoom in. You see the white wall mount, it actually holds the on and off switch for this light, and I mounted that to the wall, and I designed it so that I can easily just take it out like this and reinsert it just whenever I need it. So it's accessible if I need to take the light out, and saves me money since I don't need to buy a dedicated backlight for the Mac. And after setting up the lighting behind the Mac, I thought it was a good idea to get some acoustic foam to set up around me, because I am sitting in a tight corner in my room and I don't want any reverberations or echoes that would come from my voice to bounce off the walls and into my microphone. So guess what came in the mail today? Boom! Got quite a few of these squares from Amazon, and now I'm gonna set them up around me. So we're gonna have to take down the monitors and move some stuff around. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle. And after that should be it for my new setup. Like, I don't think there's anything else to add, but if I think of something on the way, it'll be pretty obvious because the video will still have some time left on it. But if not, well, let's just get on to it. Now that we got things cleared out the way, all we gotta do is just wipe down the walls, clean them up, and then stick on the foam. Okay, y'all, it's been about 10 minutes and I've only gotten like 2 of these peelable double-sided tape stickers off. This is a mess. Safe to say I'm going to be going back to my own double-sided tape that I have. I thought this would be easier, but no, it's awful. So I got all the foam in. That's as much area as I could cover. Not too bad. Will work just fine for my purposes. So yeah, let's get everything cleaned up, put everything back into place, and show off the final desk. Now this is looking like a pretty good setup, am I right? Don't look at that. I'll get that cleaned up later. And that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching my process on how I cleaned up my cables and then improved my setup. If you have any other ideas to add to the setup, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And stay tuned for the next video on where I clean up my other workbench. Until then, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Peace.
Hey y'all, come look at this.
Because I'm going to be showing you how I went from. Now, you do see setting up the backlighting. Welp, after finishing setting up the lighting. Then we can stick on the memory that we got things cleared out and out. Now that we got the... If you have any idea, comments below, and oh my god, how to improve my setup, feel free to leave them in the if you have any idea. I hope you enjoyed watching my process and how and that brings us to the end of it up and improved my and that brings us to the end of the video. If you have any ideas to improve, if you have any ideas you want to add, if you have any ideas